efficiency right at the start of the year, awfully impressive.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 19 carries, 84 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Open man Lamb. It's complete. He's got the first down and more. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
First down, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by Aaron Rodgers, who won Super Bowl 45 right here in this very stadium.
And in fine fashion, too. The MVP, what did he throw for? Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
Boy, he had a big day, and they needed every bit of that in beating Pittsburgh for another championship for the Green Bay Packers. But when you watch him play, how much fun is it to see him go out there, dissect defenses with not just his arm, but his mind? And I think his ability to move is a huge part of his game.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Rodgers. Been able to find Allen Lazard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Paul on a give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll go again with Hall. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Jets had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses. Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be brought down at the 27. After one, 7-3 the score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, now Rodgers. And that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
On the counter, it's Hall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with Will Browning.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Hardman to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jets will take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Agnew now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Final shot before half for Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
A final shot before break. Rodgers throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we have come to halftime. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down.
Mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Straight ahead is Hall. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. To try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.